Dude, it's such a good intro. Just a soft little...
Is this from, like, the Nacho Libre soundtrack?
I feel offended.
Why is that an offense? That was a good movie.
No, I guess you're right. Yeah. And it's clearly like the influence is there, yeah.
This is Jack Black chord.
Dude, I can't even grab it.
That's the style time signature change.
The style time signature change is... It says I can't read the name of the album, but it's like, well, I can, but it's a different language. It's like for M three quarters. Steinen, like the name of the band is Tortilla Flat, but I don't think they're Spanish. I think they did like Latin inspired music from like Germany or something. Regardless. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a couple of days after Crimbo.
Whatever holiday you...
Yeah, or Merry Holiday.
It was Boxing Day. It still might be.
Honestly, what is Boxing Day? Because I don't know.
It's fucking Canadian shit, dude.
Canadian Halloween is a month after Halloween.
I mean, that's the whole joke, was they have weird holidays that are a day after ours.
So,
they're like,
so Boxing Day is Canadian Christmas.
They're like, we're North America, we're not American.
We refuse to recognize American traditions, but the Queen says...
Yeah, that's
Are they the same? Does Canada share the same holidays as England?
I don't know.
I feel like they don't. I feel like they're not... Like, England's like, yeah, you're not England, but...
No, they're semi-sovereign, but they're ultimately...
A semi-sovereign kind of life, baby.
They're semi-sovereign, but they do technically answer to the Queen and the monarchies.
True. I wonder what they could get away with. Like, the Queen was just like, you can't celebrate Christmas, and they're just like, we're gonna do it, I swears.
They just become...
America 2?
Yeah.
USA 2? Or USA N, like North?
USA Gaydon. USA 64.
Dude, that'd be sick. I'd move there. So, I mean, the Christmas holidays are super overrated, I think. I feel like I've heard so many, like, so many stations being like, for some reason this specific year being like, there hasn't been a hit, like, Christmas song in, like, 2.5 decades that's, like, made charts or something. And it's like...
well, that's what I is saying, is there's literally Mariah Carey, and then the last actual chart topper Christmas song was, like, Feliz Navidad.
Which is...
in 1960, whatever.
Yeah. Which...
So it's like, what happened? Like, why did...
No, I just think...
It was all it was a scheme.
It was all a dream.
50s.
I don't think it was... And my
all of our Christmas nostalgia comes from the 50s and early 60s.
Well, I agree that, like, boomer atomic household is, like, very Christmas focused. Like, tinsel... Like, nobody would care about tinsel if it wasn't for, like, our parents. You know what I mean? Nobody would even think about tinsel. But it's like that whole generation is what makes that... It's what makes any classic rock radio station still be alive. But it's like...
Tinsel radio.
Dude, it's probably a good receptor if we had an antenna. No, but I think, like, because of the onset of people being able to make music so easily, and there's so many different kinds of music. Somebody can make a music, like a Christmas song that's so good, and it just wouldn't even be, because of, like, not blaming pop, but pop is not, like, somebody can make...
Apple GarageBand killed off the Christmas classic.
Is that...
That's a
You want to
statement.
lock in that final statement?
That's a statement.
Apple GarageBand killed off Christmas music. I kind of believe that. I could subscribe to that newsletter, because that's kind of my argument, is that there's so many bands coming out with music and stuff that, like, it's getting harder to classify them. They are classifiable, but in those genres are, like, they're all still coming out with good Christmas songs. It's just like,
There's no classic.
and because the classic has to be pop genre, it's just like 6ix9ine isn't gonna fucking release a Christmas song that also boomers are gonna like, you know. So you just have to play classics and hope that everyone likes them. Which, if we're talking classics, Little Drummer Boy is number one worst song.
Ever.
Yeah. Listen, me and Colin don't agree on much. We agree on a lot of things, but not the finely tuned. The example I always give is that we both love psych rock. We both love Tame Impala, getting more specific.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I'm like, Inner Speaker's their best album. And you're like, Lonerism's their best album.
It was more focused.
And we vehemently argue upon that. But there's some absolutes that we agree upon. And Little Drummer Boy
is the worst.
Piece of music.
It's the worst Christmas song and one of the worst pieces of music.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. And I think a close second, only because of the speed, for me, is Silent Night. I really despise Silent Night. It's just like it's like a funeral dirge.
I get. Well,
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's supposed to be played when people are already asleep.
I feel like it's supposed to be. It's is it?
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Well, no. Listen to the context.
I only play
It's
it when you're asleep.
Everyone's asleep. In the
No,
song.
I don't like that. I feel like it's supposed to be played in like a manger setting.
Everyone's asleep in the
I
song
don't like
already.
it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, the only ones I do like are, I guess, classic rock. Like, I mean, a lot of people hate Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time with Paul McCartney. Simply having
It's like him
wonderful
just like
Christmas.
hitting one key on like a.
I mean, you're right, and he just repeats the line.
Boom, boom, boom,
Boom, boom, boom, boom.
boom, boom, boom,
Drink is up. The party's
I
up.
don't hate this song.
Well, that's enough.
I don't hate this song.
It's a good. I understand why people don't like it, but it's top 3 for me. The other one, which I decided on this year, is Elton John.
I just don't like.
Step into Christmas.
So bad.
Step into Christmas. Step
It's
into.
so bad.
What do you mean it's bad? What do you mean?
I
It's
don't,
such a.
I don't like Elton John in general.
Yeah, but you like him more than Billy Joel.
They're in the same category.
They no, that's why I asked. Because they are the
Elton
same.
John's the Billy Joel of England.
So what's Billy Joel's the Billy Joel of America?
Yeah.
Okay. But like,
And like Springsteen's just Billy Joel. But
no,
like
Springsteen is just like
slightly,
it's like butt swamp of like American rock.
he's like moved over an Excel column. Billy Joel.
Step into Christmas.
No.
Step into Christmas. It's very good.
You're making a joke.
Okay, and then there's the other top 3 for me is Greg Lake from like ELP. What is it? Father Christmas? No. Fuck, what's it called?
Doesn't even know his own top.
No, because Father Christmas is like Wait, where was I in this? I'm in
Man,
26.
fuck the Eagles.
No, Father Christmas is Father Christmas, give me some money. It's like that's the
Yeah.
Ramones. That's the Ramones, right?
I don't think that's the Ramones.
Oh no, that's the Kinks. That's the
Yeah.
Kinks. Yeah. What's the Ramones have one? Ah, fuck, what's the Ramones one called? You know what I'm talking about?
And there's the one from What's His Face. Not Zappa.
No,
Um,
Greg Lake,
what's his name?
Giorgio Moroder. Going through my G's.
Who did I Wish Every Day is Christmas?
Do I not have it? I'm gonna search Christmas. I wish every day's Christmas.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look it up. We need to. This is important. my second one. I searched Christmas on my iPod, and the first one is "I Won't Be Home for Christmas" by Blink-182, which is great. And then the second one is "Step Into Christmas."
It's so bad.
Oh shit! I have some Wolfpack ones that are Christmas related. Oh, Father Christmas is the Kinks.
Yeah.
We were right on that. Oh, I Believe in Father Christmas is ELP. Here it is. It's got some great guitarsmanship. Wait. I hope we get DMCA'd. This is top 3 for me.
They said there'll be snow at Christmas. They said there'll be
You heard this?
peace on earth. But instead it just kept on raining. A veil of tears for the virgin birth. I remember one Christmas morning, a winter's light and a
Maybe
distant
on like
You've never heard this?
the peal of a bell.
This is Greg Lake.
Christmas tree smell, and eyes full of tinsel and fire.
This is like if Todd Rundgren made a Christmas song. Wait, first of all, has he made a Christmas song? The answer is yes, because he's made every song.
I mean, he's saying like a live version of A Partridge in a Pear Tree.
He's
12
saying
Days of Christmas.
A live version of A Partridge in a
like
Pear Tree.
1975. That was like never.
There's
recorded,
no
but
way,
bootleg.
dude. There's no way.
He was probably under the influence of something, and he kept ranting about how the whole song was about birds. He was like, "More birds,
There's no way.
dude! It's all about birds.
Dude,
There's,
pull it
like,
up.
Partridges, gooses, geese.
You're actually right, though.
It's so
I've never realized.
It's all birds.
10.
Nah.
What are the numbers? 10 geese a laying?
Yeah, there's like no. Is that Piper's piping?
No, it's five pipers. So it's.
No, 5 golden.
Whoa, wait,
rings.
let's see if we can do it. 5 golden rings. Okay, so a partridge in a pear tree. 2.
We have to like go down.
No.
because the song is-
Okay. You want 12? You want to start at 12?
No, not all. So 5 golden rings.
4
call-
calling
4
birds. I almost said
3
mockingbirds.
French hens, 2
2 turtle doves. Okay.
That's all birds.
Wow. Why is it birds?
That's a lot of birds.
That's so many birds.
That's a lot of birds.
Oh, there's more birds than that, though.
Oh, more birds.
Okay, so 6. 6 geese a laying?
Yeah, 6 geese a laying.
5 golden
Golden
rings.
rings.
Okay, so 7 pipers piping. I'm pretty sure.
He's not 7 pipers 5.
Which one is pipers piping then? Because that's one of them. 7.
7. Wait, which was Lords of Leaping?
Oh, that's it. That's
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
7
7
Lords
lords
of
of leaping sounds like. That sounds right.
7 gay boys leaving.
7 gay
it's
boys
gotta be
leaping.
Lords.
Lords of leaping. 6.
Geese a laying.
6. Is it 6 geese a laying?
Yeah.
Okay. 5 golden rings. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we already have that. So what was 8?
8 mothers milking.
8 maids of milk.
8 mothers milking. Yeah, clearly maids of milking. Maids of milking.
8 maids of milking, 7 lords of leaping. I can't believe we're just going over.
No, this is important. This is important because we got to figure out how many bird slots there are.
How many birds are in the song?
So we have 5 golden rings, 4 golden birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves. Golden. Wait, what is it? 4. What is it? What is it? 4 calling birds. Calling birds. Right?
It's literally 5 golden rings is literally
It's 4
Sonic.
calling birds.
Yes.
3 French hens, 2 turtle doves.
5 golden rings is Sonic the
Yeah.
Hedgehog.
Yeah, which is such a connector to every other episode that we'll ever make. So there's 4. We don't have to add up the entire
We
amount.
sound like crazy people.
No. We don't have to add up the entire amount. But like 4 of the bottom 5 are all birds. 8 maids of milking, 7 swans is swimming, 6 geese a laying. It's 7 swans. It's 7 swans.
What are the lords?
That's like 10. 10 lords of leaping. Yeah, 8 maids of milking, 7 swans, because it's alliteration.
Yeah.
7 swans is swimming, 6 geese a laying. So that's 6 of the bottom 7 are
Birds.
birds.
Bird related.
So what else is there? There's
This is an avian
9.
conspiracy.
9 is a bizarre. It's like 9.
Something dancing.
There's dancers dancing, but I don't. That might be 12. What's 12? 12 you rarely say because it's only one verse. You don't repeat it. I 12.
Actually don't know.
I don't know either.
My Christmas spirit is exposed. I don't remember this.
11 Lords of Leaping kind of makes sense because there's an L in 11.
It's too hard to say.
11 Lords of Leaping. Then it's 10 Lords of Leaping because 9.
Is it 9 lords of leaving?
But what's after that? Fuck, I haven't seen this in so long.
Yeah, after that's 8 maids of milking.
Yeah. No, but what I mean before? What's before? There's dancers dancing. There's Lords of Leaping, and there's 2 other ones that we don't even remember.
Fuck. Is it birds? Why does it just go from people to birds?
No, I think birds are all the lower ones. They're all lower tier.
Why?
Because I'm picturing. So I have in my head. I remember reading like a children's book that had like visualizations of them, and I remember like
Oh my god.
dancers dancing and shit.
We sound like fucking idiots. We've gone off on a fucking rant.
I mean, we got this far. That's pretty good for not. I haven't heard it this year, or years past.
What is 10?
10 drummers drumming.
No, did we do Piper's Piping?
Piper's Piping is one of them.
It's gotta be one of 10.
Nah, because it's 9. What's 9? That's the key. That's because we don't know what 9 is.
9's...
Is 9 Lords of Leaping? I think it's 11 Piper's Piping. Because I remember the stuttering. Like, it didn't flow. Piper's Piping never
That's
flowed.
probably close.
Piper's Piping never flowed. 11 Piper's Piping. I'll submit a final answer to 11 Piper's Piping.
Who the fuck made this?
I think Dancers Dancing is 12 because you like don't even say it.
Is it even dancers dancing?
It's
though?
something
At this point,
dancing.
I'm not convinced
It's something
that it is.
dancing.
It's like something. I can't look it up.
Yeah, 8 Maids of Milking down. I'm sure of.
We don't even know
Oh,
what.
it's 11 Piper's Piping. I'm sure it's 11 Piper's Piping. Which Lords of Leaping has to be in there? 10 Lords of Leaping. It's not 9 Lords of Leaping. It's 10 Lords of Leaping. I'm pretty sure. So it's okay. We're doing it. We need one more. We need 9. 9's the key.
But you did that. Wait, we didn't. What was 12?
No, we don't have 12 either. But Dancers Dancing.
It's something else. It's not dancing.
Yeah.
Dancing. Sluts.
Sluts in fishnets.
No.
I think
Write
you
that
have to
down.
you have to look it up. You have to look it up. My phone's recording, so you have to. Count it down from 12. I want to, because we clearly have 8 to 1. I'm confident. It's drummers drumming. Drummers drumming is the other one.
Is it 12 drummers drumming?
No. I think the dancer one is 12. I think 11 Lords of Leaping.
Oh, here it is.
I think 11 Lords of Leaping. 10 Pipers piping. 9 drummers drumming. Is it? Okay. What is 12? What is 12? No, stop. I know I'm wrong now.
You're wrong on all accounts.
No way. What's 12?
It's 12 drummers drumming.
Oh, wow.
11 pipers piping.
No way. I was sure of Lords of Leaping because there was an L in 11.
10 lords of leaping. And it is 9 ladies dancing.
Ladies dancing. Oh,
is
shit.
ladies.
9 ladies. Yeah, fuck. And the rest is right, like
Yeah.
8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves.
A 1780 version has 4 collie birds.
Oh,
being a
shit.
regional expression for coal black. Name of the collie dog breed.
Like a border collie?
This wording must have been opaque to many in the 19th century.
Sick.
The fucking backwoods English people. Holy shit.
Let's go.
Well, here we go.
But yeah, on getting back
Look
to
at
my
this. Look at this
ranking of
Look at this table of
Oh my
verbiage of all the different versions.
oh, so it's like the name of the version and then the table?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, there's a whole spreadsheet.
We gotta memorize all of them.
Oh, there's badgers baiting,
No way.
bulls a roaring, men a mowing.
No way. These have to be like meme songs.
They aren't. That's 1891.
No way. Men a mowing in 1890?
1905. Asses racing.
Asses are racing?
Donkey races. 10
No way.
10 asses racing.
No way.
No one's ever gone into the lore of this song
Actually, though,
until Beyond the Odds. Went to look it up.
they had to get their story straight. And then they found a hiccup.
We're on to them, man.
Ugh.
So anyway,
No, that's an acceptable Christmas song. Because I don't like a lot of them. The one that everyone likes, I don't want a lot for Christmas. Mariah Carey's one I'm so tired of, dude. It burned me out like years ago, so I hate it. And everyone knows all the words, but I don't like it.
no, it's a classic. It's better than all the other ones.
Father Christmas, give me some money. I don't want no Christmas toys.
Nah, dude, no one likes that.
What do you mean?
No one likes the Kinks, dude.
What was the Ramones one? I'm sure there's a Ramones.
I don't know.
Look up Ramones Christmas songs. Because I thought that was it first. Unless they covered the Kinks version. Which they might have.
They do have a Christmas song.
Yeah.
But it was late Ramones.
What is it though? What's it called?
It's just called Flight Tonight.
No way. That's not what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. It was like 1989 Ramones.
I mean, that's still decent era Ramones. You're on a flight tonight.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dude, I have so many records that we have to go through now.
I gotta parse.
Kind of worth it. Help move my aunt out from her house that I've known that she's lived in my entire life into an apartment about 20 minutes away. And she said, "These are my records and I don't want them anymore." And I said, "Yes, I will take them." And she said, "I have a brand new record player, never been used, in this other room." And then she went to point it to me and it wasn't there. So she's like, "Oh, if I find the record player, I'll let you know." And I was like, "Thanks." But she originally pointed to where like a 5-disc like CD player was, and I was like, "That's not a record player." But I got a whole thing full of classic rock records. Like the one on top was like "Grand Illusion" by Styx. So I'm like, okay. I can work with this.
Like listening to dad rock.
I honestly thought about getting that album, so I was like, yeah, I can work with this.
Not like I don't like Styx.
It's not like I've seen him twice in concert.
It's becoming mean to like Styx.
Nah, but that's all of dad rock, though.
It's just because it's like Adam Sandler's favorite band.
No, he has less taste than that.
His favorite. Okay, so do you want to know? Adam Sandler's favorite bands are Styx and REO Speedwagon.
That's good taste.
He wears REO Speedwagon shirts in a lot of his films.
Me and Mitch went to an REO Speedwagon Styx concert in Connecticut.
You're saying Grown Ups is your favorite movie.
The soundtrack is good. And we watched it at Christina's house the other day. Yeah, so Grown Ups 2? Grown Ups 2?
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good, but the soundtrack was classic rock. Me and Mitch went to a Styx REO Speedwagon concert, and because Mitch has the deepest voice I know out of anyone, besides Finisher, I guess, and he worked on a radio station as like a DJ in Connecticut. Then when he moved to New York to go to school at Marist, he was Halftime's like Beer of the Week, like spokesperson, because he had a radio voice. So our classic rock station would also like contact him once a week, and he'd be like, "Hey guys, what's up? Like, this is the Beer of the Week." And I'm like, "Fucking Mitch, let's go." I would listen to the radio specifically to hear Mitch's voice. It was so good. But me and him went to because he got free tickets to a Styx REO Speedwagon concert in Connecticut, outdoors. REO Speedwagon opened. There was a thunderstorm on their third song, and middle of their fourth song, they shut it down. They're like, "Everybody get to the gazebo." And there was like a giant gazebo to like store people on the side. And me and Mitch were like, "Fuck that, we're staying out here in the front." Like, we moved up our seats to like the front of the stage, and there was some like REO Speedwagon fangirls with like ponchos and umbrellas, and they're like, "Oh, we'll like shelter you," and we're like, "We love you guys." And they're like, "We love you." We were like hitting it off with like these like middle-aged like REO Speedwagon women. It was so good. And disappointed that they didn't play "Ride the Storm Out," since it's like one of their songs, and they didn't "Ride the Storm Out." So super disappointed. But they played like 4 songs, and then 6 came on after like an hour and a half storm break, and then Styx shredded it, and we were just jamming with these boomer umbrella women, and it was awesome, and we had a great time. And then it was just a mud pit to drive out of like afterwards, obviously. But nobody talks about the mud involved in what's it called? The 60s fucking concert.
Woodstock?
Yeah, Woodstock. The tragedy of the logistics of Woodstock nobody talks about.
I mean, it happened at Hudson Project.
That's what I was gonna say. You had that happen at Hudson Project, right?
Hudson Mudson, dude.
Hudson Mudson.
Everyone just couldn't get out, and I was like, "I'm only going one day."
Was it actually at like the city of Hudson? Like, where was it? Or was it near Woodstock?
It was up fucking somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, it was Boomtown.
Yeah.
West of the Hudson River.
And everyone just got stuck, and then this festival never went on.
Yeah, I mean, I think they only had 2. They had one the year before, and then we heard about it, and then we were like, let's go to the next one, and then you went.
Yeah, I went by myself.
And I couldn't go for whatever reason. And then I found out about Eau Claire's in Wisconsin, and I was like, oh, I can't go to that either. And then you went to that. And then Gov Ball, I'm like, I wish I could go. And you went to Gov Ball, and I didn't go to that either.
I went to everywhere.
I just want to go to a concert, a fucking festival. How hard is it?
Well, it's too late now.
No, dude. How many people
Too late now, man.
did you see there that were in their 30s?
At
At least one.
amount,
Yeah.
I mean,
So, I mean, I don't have to fucking take tabs every day and fucking trip on LSD, but I can go.
well, now we're old, so it's like
Well, now we can afford, like,
now we can afford it, but no one has the.
we can
fucking
afford to
time.
rent a camper and, like,
No one has the fucking time.
what do you mean? I have like 4.5 weeks that I can take off at work.
No, dude.
I can make one of those a fucking.
No.
I can smoke at the beginning of one and then
No.
be clear for a drug test after.
No, you wouldn't.
I did that actually. That's the only time I smoked since I've gotten my previous job.
Whoa.
Was at a bachelor party where I right after the bachelor party I went to Aruba for a week and a day. So it was like I smoked and I had 7 clean days after.
And you sweat it out.
Yeah, so I was like, there's no way out because of when Lockie's dad helped me get this internship at Swiss Re. They were just like, they sent me an email and they were like, you have 72 hours to complete a drug test. And I was like, a day before I went AB on a blunt with Tom, and then we hit a bowl after, and it was like the most weed I've smoked in a while. And it was like 2 days before that. And I was just like, fuck. And then I went to Walgreens and I bought like a test kit to see if I was positive. And I like peed on it and stuff. And I was like, and I looked at it and it was like, this is a diabetes test kit. And I was like, shit, I bought the wrong kit. Like I was like panicking. I was panicking so hard. So then I went back to Walgreens and got a weed kit, peed on it. And this is 4 days after smoking a shit ton. And they were like, clear. No weed in the system. I was like, there's no fucking way. I was like, I'm not that skinny. I know it's stored in the fat. I'm not that skinny. And then the 72 hours came after. I went to the fucking place, took the fucking pee test, passed, got the internship job, and then my life was downhill from there. So it just extended my good streak, I think.
What if it
for
wasn't-
9 more months because I was paid. It was a $20 an hour internship, so I can't complain.
What if it wasn't real weed?
It was fucking real weed.
Was it though?
100%.
Can you prove it?
Yes, only
The
because
test says no. Can you prove it?
no. The reason it was real weed was because once we had finished smoking 2 L's, because we got 2 dime bags, so we each had a 10 fucking stack, and Tom made 2 L's, and then he's like, he baited me into it. First of all, I was like, yeah, I'll go AB. But I was gonna bow out after we finished the L's, and we finished the first one, finished the second one, and I was like, dude, I'm so high. Like, I was like, I don't want to be crazy high. I was like, I'm so high, and he's like, we finished 2 L's, we have 2 bowl packs left. That's all that's left in these 10 bags. He's like, you can't back out now. And I was like, fuck. I was like, it'd be perfect. And we both just hit a fucking.
Just give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, so we both hit it, and I was just like, and I was just so high.
What if you?
It was so great.
What if you tested positive?
So I test positive. I'm already like down spiraling in my family's point of view because I gave up teaching.
Now we're getting into it.
Yeah, no, I'm already. So it's like it's a natural progression. I could honestly lie to them and say, oh, I didn't get it. You know what I mean? I could be like, oh, I'd be like, oh yeah, I didn't, I just wasn't, I don't have, because it was so easy, because when I got there, it was so bad. It was so bad that I didn't know, I was like a secretary working there for 9 months. It was reinsurance which is like risk management and shit we held the risk for banks. And that's like what Swiss Re does. So it's like it's like double. You have to have so much more money than the banks do, which is crazy. But they were working on this like new project called Fire. I can say it now because it's dead and it never took off the ground. And we worked on Fire for a while. I had to learn Access because there was some programming and like database work in Access and Excel, mostly Excel, but some Access. And I was like, I told like one of the guys that was like training me, I was like, I've never worked in Access. He's like, I figured it out. You can figure it out. And I was like, fuck. So I had to like teach myself programming in Access while trying to learn like actuarial science on the side. And then I took the actuarial tests and just literally got like, there's probably 20 questions. I got like one right. Like I had no idea what I was fucking doing. And I tried it twice. I tried to take the test twice. Like in Poughkeepsie, there was like a test lab like place for like standardized tests. And getting a math degree at a teaching school did not train me 80% of what I need to learn.
Yeah, because you would ask me about
insane.
this stuff because I did finance and economics and I was like,
and that blows my mind, is that I don't have to take a finance class and I'm a math major? Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, there's different things like finance.
It doesn't matter though.
Economics.
So finance should be common core. Finance should be common core.
I guess.
People should know how to balance a fucking checkbook.
Yeah, but that's like personal finance.
Yeah.
Like, financial sciences is like...
And it wasn't standardized until...
It's a soft science, but it is a science.
Yeah.
Like economics and stuff.
Yeah, so I didn't know shit.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
And I tried to teach myself, but it was...
Because I remember you sending me like some of the topics. I was like, yeah, like this is that. And you're just like, I have no aptitude.
It was like Poisson sample spaces, and I was just like, I took statistics, and I don't know any of this shit. So I didn't. So after 9 months, my boss was just like, we're gonna decide to, because I was supposed to only be there for the summer.
I remember.
Because usually people take it in their junior year and then they graduate after their senior year and they get a position. But I was like, I had just graduated, so I was like, oh, I can stay if you need me. And because Fire was like demanding, they're like, yeah, we actually need you. I was like, all right, sick. So I stayed 9 months. And then after Fire was like
a baby.
After Fire was done, they're just like, yeah, we're not going to extend your internship. And I was like, yeah, I saw this coming because I wasn't passing my tests either. So, and then I was unemployed for a couple of years, and it was the down spiral that, probably changed my life, I'd say. I feel
better.
For the better, yeah. Because I had to rebuild my whole like outlook on, well, literally what everything is. I was so woke then, dude. You've seen some of my notes. They're so bad.
I don't want to.
They're so bad. They're so bad. I have them saved too.
How's dog shit, dude?
Dude, they're like, I had like explanations for everything. I was like, the universe is an infinite torus and it was so bad. Like, it's embarrassing. And there's like paragraphs where I was like, sure. And then I was just like, and then after that, like...
I love it. Dude.
After, like, stewing on that for, like, 2 years, I was just like... I'm a fucking herb, dude.
I love it.
It's, like, at least I realized that I was, like, a stupid idiot, like, trying to, like, decipher universal, like, constants and shit.
That was such an era.
It was a bad era, dude. It was so cringe. Usually people go through that cringe era in, like, their teens. But I was so delayed because
a baby.
Yeah, because I was a fucking mama's boy until like post college. So
that's what happens. Though. Yeah, and then you made your way, and now we're both doomers. So
yeah. I mean, everyone eventually becomes a doomer. That's what a midlife crisis is. We just experience ours. I think I experienced
accelerated rate.
Yeah. My midlife. It's like whoever gets midlife crisis first has the most wisdom after. I think is accurate, but it's like not all people that experience a midlife crisis classify it as a midlife crisis. Like, but I think we've had a quote unquote midlife crisis that other people could have had in our early 20s.
I mean, I think it's an extremely, I'm sure people have said this before, but these are unprecedented times. We're faced with an uncertain future for the first time. And so, yeah, our midlife crisis is earlier.
Well, no, I don't even think that this
We
year
have
as
no
a result of it. Like
no
it's been
guarantee.
we had experienced it before. Excuse me. My dad said literally yesterday. He's like I hate when people say it's blank times right now. He's like, insert the adjective, like it's blank. And I was like, unprecedented. He's like, I fucking heard that. I was like, I mean, I don't blame you. Like everyone all the news fucking people say it. So
I mean, it is.
yeah, no, but I think no.
Every once in a while, I ask my dad, and I'm just like,
I think your dad is such good input. Like
the
conversation you have with him that you tell me about, I'm like so happy to hear about.
I'm always just like, be honest. I was like, do you think, like, my generation is like, it's worse than it ever was? And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, like we had like the wars and stuff, but he was like, this is just bullshit.
But is this our generation or is this Zoomer generation?
I mean,
Like what age group defines the generation?
well, I mean, that's a common piece of like argument of where generations begin and end.
Is it like because this is like
'Cause
when
now we do Zoomer shit all the time.
no, but it's like our age group are like becoming people in power positions, and I think that's the main point is that
Are we though? Like the average age of like a congressperson is still
Is-
like 50.
okay, so then no, not yet.
It's
But
like AOC.
AOC is proof.
Yeah, AOC's the
It's proof that we're infiltrating. No, but like which is why I don't like the
What
whole
are we even talking about?
dude. Ageism is stupid. Like on a disc golf scale, all ages are equal. Like it doesn't matter who we meet at Beacon Glades. Everyone is just trying to enjoy their life and have fun with locals that want to participate in the same activity.
I just want to be a local, dude.
Dude, that's honestly same though. Why would anyone want to be famous? Like local fame is the max.
I don't know, man.
Unless it's anonymous fame. Cuz I've had ideas about getting like a pseudonym or like or like even making a band that's like a
Hey.
name that's not your name is like still
We're-
fulfilling in
we're-
some right.
We're Daft Punk, don't you know? That's literally the example. I mean, we know who they are, but
Guy de Mohammed Christo.
yeah, but they drop an album and then just disappear for 7 years.
I love that though.
It
That's
wins,
so
like,
good.
4 Grammys and they just disappear.
Because nobody even tries to be like, they respect them. They're like, okay, they're Daft Punk. Like nobody goes and tries to like photograph them shitting on a fucking toilet or something, you know? I mean, unless there is, and I'm not privy to that.
I don't think so.
E Hollywood News.
So Ma like DJ'd a random club like 4 years
See,
ago.
that's sick.
And
It's
they were like, yo, they're just like
that's
Daft
that's
Punk.
so OG. If like if you just like casually non Daft Punk DJ a fucking
Yeah.
that's so good. Oh my god.
Like, wait a minute.
I don't know, dude. That's
But you have to start the myth early, though, is the thing.
yeah, but
We're building our myths. You're Grimothy.
dude, I'm so many names, which is probably good.
You're a shifting being.
The fact that they had a family, Satchel was just trying to make a Family Feud like question about like what would you name G bombs,
Yeah.
and there's like 7 answers. It's like I can disguise myself in layers. I could be like
dude.
Bread Bowl Man. Like they're like, wait, he's him too.
Yeah.
Like if they go on Twitter, you know. So I mean,
You want a pseudonym, you already have it.
no, but I also want a pseudonym for. I really do want to release a.
Just on your resume, just put G-bombs.
No, like 10. I think 10 years of friendship is an easy sell. I think it's you can
For what?
no just literally our text conversations for 10 years straight
Oh no, here we go.
as a book. No, I'm so serious. It's like a long form
No one's gonna
podcast.
fucking care, dude.
Dude, Satros would pay $100 for it, and
Yeah,
I'm quoting him preemptively. Like, I know he would.
I know he'd want to see your shit.
But you can make it free or $5 or donate if you want, whatever.
No one's gonna fucking care.
Dude, so many people would download because it's the whole point of it is like
It's literally tens of thousands.
it's like realistic, relatable, depressive, intuitive. Like
Yeah, but
it captures so many
half of
different.
it's just us being like, oh.
Yeah, poop can be a tag.
It's like poo poo pee pee.
Dude,
Oh.
we have not repeated a metaphor for poop since we've talked.
I mean, we actively try not to.
There are so many lost to the sands of time, like poop metaphors
I can't
that
even.
can only be
I can't even like
retrieved.
query like a search of them because I don't know what they are.
Because we don't even
It's
talk
like
about poop around it. It could be just be like,
random.
oh, I
Have you the molasses incident of 1824 and you're just like, yeah, man.
oh, I 101 Dalmatian molasses scened it. Like, and there's no like poop context.
The fucking
Cruella de Vil falls in the molasses, dude.
solid Muldoon.
Dude, the fucking Muldoon, dude.
The Cardiff Giant.
Cardiff. I feel like it's Cardiff.
Cardiff, dude.
There's no way it's Cardiff.
Cardiff.
Cardiff. It's like Chateau d'If
It's Cardiff.
in Count of Monte Cristo. The Chateau d'If.
No one's seen that.
No one says Chateau d'If. That's stupid.
It's Cardiff.
It's Cardiff.
It's Cardiff.
Let us know in the comments. The
Yeah.
Cardiff Giant or the Cardiff
Okay,
Giant?
so you want me to go on a rant? We'll go on a rant.
Yeah, let's hear about the
Okay.
Cardiff. The Cardiff
So where
Giant.
have I heard Cardiff?
I don't know. Where have you heard it?
Where have I heard Cardiff? Where could it be?
It sounds like two separate words to me. Cardiff.
So, one of my favorite shows ever was *Halt and Catch Fire* on AMC about
Halt and Catch Fire.
*Halt and Catch Fire*.
Never heard of it.
I know. I know you haven't. It's about, well, it starts in like the 70s about the computer revolution.
Okay.
And the company in there, the original company that it revolves around is Cardiff Electric, who comes out with a computer called the Cardiff Giant. And the whole point is that it's not a giant, it's a portable computer, and that's the joke.
Okay.
And it's referencing the Cardiff Giant as like a thing, and they say Cardiff.
Yeah, but I still think it's like a misnomer
No.
where it's like they just
It's
saw
not
it.
Cardiff. There's no like...
It's a bunch of nerds that like try to
there's no
phonetically
accent above the
pronounce it.
I.
But like I feel like if maybe it's like a British pronunciation, it's Cardiff. Like I said, my proof
The Cardiff.
my proof is Chateau d'If.
Who gives a deef about that?
Who gives a diff about fucking Cardiff? It's the same thing. They're spelled the same way. But I need to know more backlore of the Cardiff Giant.
It's D-I-F-F. Diff.
Deef.
Different.
Oh, different
D-I-F-F.
strokes. No, I want to know
Oh my god.
because there has to be someone that originally coined the giant.
The Cardiff Giant, because it was found in Cardiff, wherever, New York.
And the name of the city is Cardiff.
I'm pretty sure.
You need to.
It was two F's. Like,
That's more of a reason for me to say Cardiff.
no, it's not. That's
What do you
the
mean?
opposite
No, it isn't.
of how the computer comes up.
One F is Cardiff to me
No.
because it's like a fast vowel sound.
No, because the one F signifies the I is more important in this pronunciation.
No, it's like
Cardiff.
two F's.
This is literally English.
Two
101.
F's. Two F's signify it's
You're
like
absolutely wrong.
it's like a stronger F, which is like Cardiff.
Yeah, Cardiff, New York.
No. But what's the lore?
What do you mean the lore?
Who named Cardiff, New York?
We gotta fucking...
Cardiff sounds so much better. Which do you prefer?
It was the site of the William C. Stubb Farm. With
Okay.
the Cardiff giant, a famous
Cardiff.
hoax was discovered in 1860.
Is there a Siri like pronunciation? Usually in Wikipedia, there's a pronunciation thing. If you click the pronunciation thing, I will believe it.
It's Cardiff.
No. But
There
like,
isn't a pronunciation.
do how to pronounce Cardiff into Google. I love how Cardiff sounds.
It's Cardiff.
It's so bad though. It's so lackluster. The Cardiff giant.
It's Cardiff.
Oh, maybe it's a card if it's a giant. Like nobody's. It's so bad, dude. I don't like it. If Google pronounces it the way I say it, it's
What do you mean?
This is insane. There's no imagine it does.
It's just Cardiff.
No. Are you like getting the pronunciation?
Where am I getting it? Like YouTube?
How to pronounce and then type in the word and then yes, they probably have a YouTube video where it says it. Because there's a YouTube channel that actually pronounces every word. I'm pretty sure it's every word. They have hundreds of thousands of views. It's one of the smartest YouTube videos or YouTube channels, I think, where it just literally pronounces every word. Yeah. Hold it up to the. Here we go. Oh, this is an ad. Here it is.
The following pronunciation is brought to you by pronouncenames.com.
I actually don't know.
Cardiff.
No way.
Fucking, I was right.
No fucking way,
Eh?
dude.
Cardiff.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
That's not even.
God, dude.
Dude, this isn't even a thing. That's English. If there's two F's, then the fucking whatever it's called, like the inflection on the I is less, and it's on the F's.
But my theory is that like
No one gives a shit about your fucking island,
the
dude.
fact that it's like
No one gives a shit about your island.
I'm not talking about islands. I'm saying IF is a shorter saying than IFF. Like IFF has to be like physically longer. Cardiff or Cardiff.
I can fucking murder you. You're literally saying the
Okay,
opposite.
no. Literally,
You're
no. I accept defeat. You looked up the pronunciation. I can say that I prefer how Cardiff sounds, but I am wrong, and it's Cardiff. Oh, the Cardiff Giant.
Yeah, but
It's so bad. Cardiff Giant sounds like so much more unknown beast legendary than Cardiff Giant.
But you're not accepting the rules of English with like the double consonant like.
No, because IF.
It. That's
No, like sans serif. Sans serif. That's one F. Sans serif. If it's two Fs, sans serif. Because
I fucking.
it's like Hawaii, where it's F's. It's no, but like you said, it's how is it spelled? It's spelled with one F, right?
What?
Is it spelled with one F or two Fs?
Cardiff?
Yeah.
Two F's. I've said this.
Okay. Which is
Cardiff.
why I prefer my argument.
I don't even know what you're saying.
I just explained myself.
Oh my god.
Double letters
It's like
equal
I'm talking to like a
equal
delinquent.
a stronger
It's
emphasis.
like I'm talking to a delinquent.
Okay, so riddle me this: is the Cardiff Giant Sasquatch?
No, it was a fake. It was a hoax.
Okay. Explain.
It was supposed to be a giant ancient being, and P.T. Barnum bought the corpse, and it turns out it was
The
a
circus
hoax.
guy?
Yeah, the circus guy.
Barnum,
P.T.
like Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah, P.T.
Okay,
Barnum.
okay.
He bought it. That's how it became famous. He took it around as like a show.
And where was it like
Cardiff, New York.
where is that?
It's in...
It's like Finger Lakes territory?
No, it's closer to Lake Superior or whatever. It's
Really?
Garbage
Okay.
plate tier.
Also, it's like Northwest, which like nobody goes to.
Yeah.
That's actually the most remote part of
It's
New York.
currently on display in the Farmers Museum in Cooperstown, New York.
Oh, wow. Let's go there and witness some...
That's actually not that far away from us. You want to go see the Cardiff Giants?
I'm pretty sure Cooperstown's under 3 hours, and the Baseball Hall of Fame's there.
Let's fucking go see the Cardiff
Dude,
Giants.
what kind of Hall of Fames do they have in Cooperstown?
Dude, that's all they have. Just like, yeah, we got the fucking... Oh, here's the photo.
Okay.
Here's the... Wow, he's a fucking giant cock.
That's why I asked if he was a fucking
penis.
banana
He's
squanch.
like trying to hide it. It's like a fucking,
Ew, what?
It's like a...
He's hiding his bush. His penis is out.
Yeah.
Ew, what?
Dude, it's like a fucking...
What the heck?
And that's like 8 feet tall. So
No way.
That's like a 2-foot penis.
His cock is like 3 inches wide.
It's huge.
What the heck?
It's huge.
The
dude.
fucking Cardiff Giant fucking... Dude, if he just walked towards me, it would be a fast walk. I'd have to sprint away. I'd be sprinting at the same speed that he's walking because he's so tall, and it would be so scary. I'm not comfortable with that. That's bizarre that the Cardiff Giant and Sasquatch are like unrelated. Is like the Cardiff Giant supposed to be like hairless compared to him?
No, it's just supposed to be part of the Pan American Exposition.
What does that even mean? He's just an American hero, but also fake.
No.
What does that
Oh
mean?
my god. We don't have to do a history lesson on the Cardiff Giant.
That's the whole point of this.
No, they don't care anymore.
What do you mean?
I
Of
was
course they
already
do.
Right. I was already correct.
We're already providing suppository information on the Cardiff Giant.
Yeah, suppositories up my fucking butthole.
Alright, so listen to the last podcast on the left because apparently they have an episode about it.
They had an episode on
Yeah,
giant humanoids.
Because they're the only ones allowed to talk about it and we can't.
There's even evidence up until this day of giant humanoids on the Earth.
Do you genuinely...
There are military reports from Afghanistan of giant humanoids in the hills of Afghanistan. Reported by U.S. Army operatives.
Okay.
These are official military reports.
That doesn't mean that they're... So,
There was
what
a
do you
giant-
believe? What do you believe?
I don't fucking know.
Because there's so many reports... There's probably an equal amount of
It's
reports
probably just a fucking tall guy.
of
dude.
bears walking upright.
Yeah.
Do you think those reports are bears?
Yeah.
So you don't think they're humanoids?
No.
Okay.
I would assume that the whole bears walking upright thing is a huge
like pseudo evolutionary step kind of thing where they're like emulating humans almost, but
No.
also it's they find it more convenient. Like
No, none of that. I was
okay.
gonna say it's probably responsible for most of like the Bigfoot sightings.
yeah. No, I'm
saying
agreeing.
they're
I'm agreeing.
evolutionarily preferring walking upright.
That's what I'm saying too.
So why would you even bring it up?
What do you mean?
Did you think I believe that? You're just like,
I
you
don't
think
know.
they preferred it?
You're saying Cardiff and I'm saying Cardiff, so obviously our views
Oh
are
my God.
dissenting. Like
Stop playing the benefit of the doubt. You're like
that's the
confusing
point.
me.
That's the point of the podcast.
This is like an Among
No,
Us like
no, but
server
now we're-
where you're like gaslighting me into thinking. That
I
I'm, like,
haven't said anything to gaslight you.
evolutionary,
I haven't said. I said, "What's your view
No,
on
man.
Sasquatch?"
No, I know your tricks.
So you don't believe in any Sasquatch stories?
I'm not saying I don't believe in any Sasquatch stories. I'm saying upright
majority?
walking bears are probably an explanation for many of them.
For what percent of them?
I can't give a hard percent.
Give a soft percent.
I don't know, like 40.
40.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd go 80. Like, so you think the majority of Bigfoot sightings are Bigfoot and not bears?
No, I think a majority of Bigfoot sightings are probably just bullshit.
But like, what is it though? Because it had like, you ever hear of the there's
God.
black kangaroos? Black. Dude, I'm not joking. The only reason I'm attached to this at all,
Okay.
black kangaroos in North America is like a known. You can look it up. It's a known like there's sightings of black kangaroos in North America.
Yeah,
I
but
have a
this is-
specific memory in my head. I was 12 years old. We were coming down this road.
Oh no.
where back from where my mom picked me up from my friend's house, and we were coming down this road towards a main road. Meanwhile, I live in rural America. I could have seen something. I don't know. I remember looking to my left out the window of our mint green Ford Windstar. I looked out the left window and I saw it was like somebody's property, and then the tree line was right there, and it was like bursting into the tree line right as I looked over, and it was a pure black kangaroo. I glanced over and I couldn't see it. Like it was probably less than a second from when I glanced. So my brain is like, I dismiss it. I was like, I just saw something, blah blah blah. I didn't know anything about it. Years later, I hear about this black kangaroo phenomenon in North America, and I'm like, wait. Did I actually just see a black kangaroo go into the wood line near where I live? Like, why would that be a correlation? Like, I just thought randomly, like, I saw something, and I was like, no, I'm just seeing things. I just saw a black kangaroo. That's so specific. And then, meanwhile, there's so many reports of people seeing black kangaroos in North America. I don't know. That's kind of interesting, right?
So I will preface this by saying he has never told me any of this, and we talk a lot. So
Yeah,
I've never
this was in
story.
middle school. Middle school is a very hazy memory time for me.
However, to add credence to this story, if you if you check for my SoundCloud for my music project that I was gonna make,
Oh yeah,
it's still up there. It is titled Phantom Kangaroo, which is the overarching phenomena he's talking about, which is kangaroo sightings across North America, Europe, everywhere of these phantom kangaroos, but it's all over the globe where kangaroos should not be.
yeah.
So you're now inserting yourself into this.
I do remember thinking that
out of your Ford Windstar in middle school.
Yeah, I do, and I do when you proposed, like, because you had an album cover and everything, and I saved it.
I have that
for Phantom Kangaroo, and I was like,
design.
It reminded me of when I saw the black kangaroo when I was 12 years old, and
it's all connected, man.
But it's like it's so left field that, like, I don't even trust my.
Well, I don't trust it either. You were a little kid. You could have seen anything.
No, I don't trust what I see a year ago. Like, people's memories are so malleable that it's just like, why would anyone, like, there's so many posts on like, are the truth is here, or are glitch in the matrix, and they're like, yeah, 6 years ago I experienced, and I'm like, I already discount half your story, because, like, there's no, you've probably formed your initial thoughts in your head and then twisted the story without you even noticing, just because memories are so malleable. It's unbelievable.
No, well, it's like listeners. Well, granted, we are in a pandemic, but it's asking like at 9:35 a.m. on like Tuesday of like 4 months ago, what did you see on the side of the road? No one would be able to tell you. But then if it's like a criminal case, they'll be like, oh, you saw this, and they'll kind of insinuate, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I did, and then you'll make your own memories about it, because people are trying to force you to, like, remember something that never happened. That's an evolutionary thing where we subscribe meaning to meaningless things all the time to make sense of our world. And it's got us this far, but it doesn't do well in court.
But it also keeps us back, I think. It's not.
Well, I mean, then we're getting into the whole, is Bigfoot real? Well,
no, you can never. Courts. Well, then it's a religion argument. Like, if we're gonna go that far, like, you have to. My opinion.
Are you saying Bigfoot might have been Jesus Christ?
I would love that argument, but
part of the Bigfoot lineage?
My opinion is that everything has to be. I think there's, my belief is like equilibrium. There's a middle ground to everything that everyone needs to at least bounce around to be accurate in their own life, you know. And if people are too extreme, you're wrong. If people are too not extreme. It's the other way around. So you're still not in the middle. So you're also wrong. But it's like, I don't know. Equilibrium is a big thing, but it's like finding equilibrium in like every context is like not easy either.
No.
So it's like where is it? Where is the middle ground for, like, if I'm trying to compare myself to every other human and exposing myself to something that I've never been exposed to, how much do I need to know about it to have a middle ground explanation? Or, you know, it's because like, especially if you get caught up in like a new topic that I've never discovered before, and I discover it and I go head first into it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing, but you get caught up in it, and then you're just way too deep, and it's like everyone else already knows everything that you've thought already, and it's like you're already way too far. You got to back up, and then
Always got to back up.
which is why I always question all of my beliefs currently and forever, because
The benefit of the doubt.
I always benefit of the doubt myself every day of my life, because nothing should be absolute. I should always be questioning my beliefs. You know, that's just a core belief in me. If I'm solidified on something, I think that'll get so stale. Like that's why so many people when they're older become conservative, because they set on their core beliefs, and then they just get older and they don't feel comfortable changing their beliefs and stuff. So the world evolves past them, and they're left in the back, and they're just like, well, I still believe this because I'm comfortable believing that. And I'm like, well, if you don't evolve your thought process, then you'll never be current, you know?
But is ignorance bliss?
Yeah, sure. I think so, because I think I was, like, when I still believed in, like, God and religion and all that stuff, like...
Oh, what a baby.
You know, I was such a baby Grimathy, and then the moment I doubted it, I felt good that I felt like I was, like, learning more, but at the same time, it was just, like, it also helped propel me into the deepest depression, you know, of my life. So, I mean, everything comes at a cost, but, you know, I feel like I'm on the better side of that. But, I mean, am I happy with knowing what I know now, and knowing that, like, mediums are a bunch of bullshit? And
that was a good time.
Dude,
someday we're gonna have to sit down.
I have the CD
and let Warclam listen to the CD.
Yeah,
unedited.
Dude, it was bad. It's bad.
And critique.
It's not bad. It's actually not bad, because I'm passionate. The thing is that, like, so I went to a medium.
You're a passionate.
I went to a medium that is like.
You're a passionate guy, though.
No, but I was even more passionate when I was still.
Well, yeah,
like,
you were a little softy back then.
No, yeah, because I was a mama's boy that just believed everything and nothing was wrong with the world. And then
this is like after college already, but
yeah, 20. Like I said, 22 is like
he was dabbling.
22 is the turning.
He was dabbling in doomerism, but he was like, oh no, I'm gonna.
Try yeah. I was trying to like study quantum mechanics, and like I said, I was writing horrible notes that nobody ever wants to
Someday
read.
we have to like
dude, the archives are saved, so
we have to like release
it's bad.
a dossier of
it's so bad. Like, I'm warning everyone.
You probably figured out like the solution to
like honestly, part of me still thinks that like a 1% of what I was thinking back then is like accurate. It's still like I'm still like pseudo attached to it, and it's like,
I mean, I think. Yeah, but that's...
Because I had some good idea, like, about the whole wave theory and, like, how things come and go, and, like, everything's geometrically related is, like... we're stopping already.
No, so... But that's the thing, is, like, every philosopher, like, up until this point, it's
like a stupid idiot until they're proven right, I guess.
Well, no, they had a notion, and...
Yeah.
Well, even, like, some philosophy, you can still... not prove it. Like, it could make sense. I mean, it doesn't even mean that your thoughts then were even original. I'm sure someone's had them,
right.
But
No, but they are like, so the fact that they're so,
it depends on the wording.
Like, well, no, and they're so, it's bad because I'm just like like a math teacher from like a teacher school. I have no like physical background, and I'm just like, I'm starting to understand the physics of the universe. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Oh,
dude.
no.
I like.
Oh no.
No, it's like, and it's like tens. It's dozens of notes that I wrote out, like completely, like full paragraphs. It's so cringe, dude. And I'm like, at least I'm not still hung up on them. And
Yeah.
I've realized that they're so bad, and there was a phase. You know,
I don't want to
because
see
some
them.
people are still in the phase. Some people. I feel like there's a lot of people that
True.
that keep progressing in their life, and then they just stop, and then you're like, oh, I guess they're just staying there in their life. You know, and they're not going any further. There are some people I know where I'm like, oh, I know what they're thinking because they just stopped right there, and now I know what they're thinking. It's tough. It's tough, especially, and it's like it's still my whole argument of people being conservative and feeling comfortable with themselves because they stopped, because it's hard. It's hard to keep going and to keep learning.
Okay.
Which is why I feel like they feel comfortable keeping their old views. And that's why I'm just belching. No, but I genuinely think that's like 90% of conservatives. It's just the fact that it's convenient for them to not learn more.
So do you think the Pacific Northwest
Okay.
has enough flora and fauna to support a species of great ape? Yes or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Dude, the wilderness. So I want to hear. You always hear stats about 75% of the ocean floor is unexplored. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. I want to know what percent of our forests are explored because it's 100% less than 30. There's no way we've explored all of our forests
No, we have
thoroughly. And like, even if you do explore it, if there's a higher species in that forest, they're gonna avoid you. They're gonna avoid you if you're exploring it.
They will, and I mean, you think about it, there were civilizations in South America that were untouched by outside influences
yeah.
until the 1800s,
Until, like,
and even the
guns,
early
yeah.
1900s.
They're like, here, drink alcohol.
Could,
and they're like, oh,
could a
fuck.
society of great apes exist in
Dude,
the
Mayan,
wilds of Canada?
100%. Mayan pyramids and temples and shit are still being found to this day, which means they were so densely wooded that we
The
can't...
Earth is a large place.
It's so huge. It's so huge. And, I mean, I've always thought that, like...
But, no, so I'm saying optimistically...
Optimistically.
Would I want that to be true? Sure. But however,
I don't think it would affect us, though.
from a realistic standpoint, it's like, and this is everyone's always saying, like, wouldn't we have found a corpse or something?
Yeah.
Some sort of proof after, however the Bigfoot myth is, it's probably...
I mean, because we found so many dinosaur
years
fossils,
now.
blah, blah, blah.
someone would have
That makes
crossed
sense.
something.
That makes sense, yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, that's also true. I mean,
we should just...
give them the benefit of the doubt. No, I mean,
We're going to go to
I don't
History
know.
Channel with a script for a show called The Benefit of the Doubt,
I
where we just give people the benefit of the doubt, and it'll be a hit.
I don't know. I think...
Remember when you thought the Loch Ness Monster and Champ were
Dude.
connected through an actual physical
No. That was a
tunnel?
misunderstanding.
A physical tunnel from
That was a
Loch Ness,
misunderstanding.
Scotland to Lake Champlain, Vermont.
Because you guys said, oh, they're
no,
connected.
you misread
And
it.
you guys meant connected by like a hole in the ground, and I meant connected physically. That was a mishearing of like what you guys meant. Of course, they're not the same being connected throughout the earth.
For a split second, you thought it, though.
I said it because it was also hilarious. Do I also believe that there's a Loch Ness Monster and Champ? I don't know. I don't know. Do I think that there are creatures that we have not discovered in aquatic
Well, yes, but I mean...
environments? 100%, yeah.
Yeah, but these are large cryptozoological things that we would have seen.
Yeah, but a lot of them have also been like kind of explainable, like heads of things coming up where it's like an elephant fell into a ravine and like an elephant was like barely treading water, but it's like snout was piercing, like coming out, and they thought it was like a dragon head. Meanwhile, it was like the snout of an elephant or something. Like that shit is
Scotland.
stupid. It's like that and like mermaids. Like clearly mermaids are stupid. Like that's a bad idea.
Scottish elephants.
If mermaids exist, so does Atlantis. I don't think any of those exist. Do you think Atlantis exists?
No, I mean not as conspiracy theorists would describe.
And do you think it's in the Bermuda Triangle?
No.
If it does,
No,
do you think the Bermuda Triangle is legitimate?
no. I mean they're
Because. So you don't know? You just say no?
I guess I don't know. I mean, I would assume that if there was some horrific force disappearing things that our government
So the
would
force-
be like, hey,
I mean, from what I've seen, the force is that there's trapped methane under the crust.
yeah, and it disturbs the water and
It displaces it so
sinks-
all boats just sink.
sinks and it can even go into the air.
And in the South Pacific, there's a reverse pole
oh my god.
for the magnetic fields of the Earth so that it throws off compasses and shit. And there's, I mean, that the funniest part is that the pole swaps, the magnetic poles swap every 10,000 years, or is it 20,000?
I don't fucking know.
It's one or the other. It's like 10 or 20,000 years. The poles swap. So people are like, we're in the middle of a pulse, like a magnetic pole swap, and it's like it doesn't happen that fast. Like you would know, like the anomaly in South Atlantic is there, and it's going to stay there for years, for hundreds of years until the pole swap happens. Like it's not just
there are anomalies. I love how we've just gone full fucking conspiracy.
Yeah.
This is now a conspiracy podcast.
Why wouldn't it be?
This was gonna be a Christmas episode, but here we are.
Christmas gremlins.
We started off on 12 days of Christmas, and now we're
On the 12th day of Christmas,
12 degrees in Bigfoot, and how he is probably related to the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah,
They were friends, and then the
They were
continent
bros.
split, and they were separated.
there's no way.
And now they wish they could have Facebook and talk to each other.
I'm just throwing up on the idea of them being related.
I mean, I still think there are forces on this earth that we cannot explain with science.
What do you mean forces?
Forces of physics that we currently have, we didn't understand.
Example.
Like we didn't understand neutrinos like 100 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Shit like that. We
I
couldn't
mean,
even
that's
see
like
it.
that's like minimal impact shit though. Like
we couldn't perceive it. I'm
like
just
Northern
saying-
Lights, we understand kind of now.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's still things we don't understand.
Yeah. No, you're not
It
wrong.
would be insane to think we know everything because we clearly don't.
No, I definitely agree with you there.
So, things that are so common in our cultures, like ghost sightings and all these other things, they're not the way like stories and stuff play them out to be, but could like some percentage of them be a natural phenomenon affecting us, like infrasound or stuff like that.
I do agree with you because now that I've like
Certain haunted buildings
Yeah.
could have a resonance that affects like people who are
even if
inside
it's
the
like
buildings.
like I said, magnetic, like dude, I don't know because
Anomalies.
yeah, there's now that I've subscribed to like the truth is out there and like glitch in the matrix stuff. No. It's so I can automatically assume that 95% of those stories are fake
Shit,
and
yeah.
people are just making shit up, and that's fine. But if I do assume that 5% are real,
That's a lot.
every one in 25 to 1 in 50 that I read are real. That's still significant. That's still significant because there's so many posts every day, and I've had experiences where, or an experience that I cannot explain, which I don't know if I've shared with you, where, so
Here we
it's
go.
this is my glitch in the Matrix story.
Here we go.
So when I was an intern at Swiss Re, right? I had my own desk. I didn't have shit on the desk because I didn't do shit.
I think you actually told me this.
I had one notebook that. No, I didn't even have a notebook. I had a folder with a couple papers in it, and that's it. Everything else was on my computer, and they had some nice ass pens that were like the bleedy pens. Love using them, but you have to take the glue tip off of them to start using them, right?
Yeah.
So I took the glue tip off of this one pen, and there was a part of the glue that was still on the tip that didn't come off, so I could see it whenever I like used the pen, right? So I'm using the pen, black pen, one day, and I did not interact with anyone in the office. It was bad. It was not fun to be there, but like nobody joked around with me. It was just a serious job. I was an intern. I was secretary type, and I left after 9 months. So there was no like.
It's literally a fucking.
There was no like. We're gonna mess with G bombs, and then
like a Netflix series.
No, there was nothing. There was
protagonist.
There was no interaction like that. There was nothing on my desk that I ever like had. I never put anything in any drawers.
Never had one of the birds that dipped
never had.
in the water.
I wish I did, dude. I wish I had a bird dip in water.
Never had some slamming balls.
No slamming balls, dude. So
novelty stapler.
All I had was my pen. So I had my pen, and I lost it one day. I lost it. I didn't know where it went. I was like, I could have sworn I put it right here on the desk somewhere, and I lost it, and I didn't know where it was, and it was about a month, 2 months maybe later. They had a utility closet, whatever. I got another pen from the closet. It was just a black pen, and same thing where it's a bleedy pen. You take the glue off the tip, and you can use it. Mm-hmm. That pen, I took the glue completely off the tip, so there was no residue on the tip. So I knew that that pen was super clean. I was using it for weeks, and then okay, I'm just gonna tell you what happened. So somebody called me over to do something. I came back, I started writing something down, and then as I'm writing something down, I look to my right, and on my right is a pen on the desk, and I have a pen in my hand because I'm writing, and I look at the pen that I have in my hand, and it's the one I lost 2 months ago with the piece of glue on the tip. And I was like, no fucking way. I just somehow found it and I'm writing with it. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, I have nothing on my desk. There's nowhere for me to hide this pen. I don't even have a pen holder. I just set my shit on my desk and that's it. Like, there's no way. I set my pen down. The one I was using, picked up a different pen, and then didn't pick up the pen that I was using for the past 2 months. Like, it doesn't make sense at all. Like, and I like, nobody...
Okay.
It made no sense to me. And I was like, I have my pen that I lost 2 months ago, I was just writing with out of nowhere. I didn't like use any bags or anything that like, it was just, the stuff was on my desk, and that's what happened. I was using the pen that I lost. And so the way I see things is, and it kind of matches up with how people have told their stories and described them. I think if there's a chance that there is an unknown in like your memory because you're daydreaming or you're doing whatever, that's like opportunity for there to be something that kind of doesn't align correctly, because once that reality collapses, you can't prove otherwise. Does that make sense? Because you're like, oh, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention then. Oh, I don't know if this actually happened.
Yeah.
So I think my pen went missing, and it came back, and it was on my desk, and I picked it up and started using it, and did not realize
as if nothing happened.
As if nothing happened, because I wasn't aware of it. So like the fact that I wasn't aware of it let the two realities like kind of combine. And then when I realized later, I was like, holy shit, I'm using the pen that I lost 2 months ago. And so many stories kind of back that up that I've heard online where it's like, it only makes sense because they weren't really aware of the situation that they were in. And because there was that like superposition of like possible futures that both of them kind of happened. And then they experienced both, if that makes sense.
So is this in one of your iPhone notes that we heard someone?
I think it is. I think I wrote this down somewhere. Yeah.
So, I mean, how long has this been going on?
What?
This recording?
Hour 25.
That's a long episode.
So we'll finish talking about this and that's it.
Ooh.
The longest one's hour 40, so we're still short of that.
Okay.
And you haven't opened this, so I'm going to. But yeah, so if people, I mean, so many people have like little scenarios of that. Like we've made memes of it, like quantum popcorn. Some guy drops popcorn next to his fucking couch, and then like weeks later, he hears something hit the floor. He looks down. It's the popcorn that he dropped weeks ago. I mean, like I said, if 95% of those are stories, there's still 5% of those that people are recording and are happening. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
It's if we take that 5%, I think we can dissect it further into other things.
You think the 5% is explainable?
I think there's part of the 5% that is.
Do you think all of it though? That's the important question.
There will always be a percentage that's probably unexplainable, and once again, it would be.
So it's like where do you
wonton of me to suggest that it wouldn't be explained? Like,
where do you cut your belief off though? That's the thing.
Well,
it's like people that full belief are just obviously wrong. People that don't believe at all are also wrong.
No, but I'm not even.
You know what I mean?
Anything. It's eliminating possibilities of like no one like took your pen. Some guy could have been.
I know for a fact nobody took it.
Some guy.
It's
could
not.
Have
I did not work like that.
By your cubicle when you weren't
there, and then
there.
He put it back like 2 months later.
That's something I would do because I'm fucking crazy. Do you want to wonder why I do like
the staff? The staff
things?
Around me never changed.
Yeah,
like there were so many variables that were constant.
I'm not saying it's likely. I'm saying it's possible.
And then the fact that I picked it up unknowingly and was writing with it,
like, hey.
And the other one that I was using was right there on the table.
Yeah,
it blows my mind. I was like, how did I pick this up and not see another pen?
I think it would be weirder if the second pen wasn't still there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If it switched,
you noticed
if it switched,
like the weird, like the pen you had lost.
No, the other pen just came back, and I was using it a whole day, and I was just like, I see the glue spot on the tip, and I was like, what? And then I look over, and the other pen that I was using for 2 months was there. Like the ink levels were accurate. Like the ink level was where it was when I lost the other pen.
I mean,
I'm like, so nobody was using the pen that I lost. First of all, they were just saving it and then like meme putting it on my. There's no way, dude. There's no way. I was so awkward in that office. Nobody's joking with me. No shot.
Be joking with me because you were awkward?
No, dude. There's no way. Dude, it was crazy. It was crazy. And I sat there. I actually sat there for like, it was probably 5 straight minutes, and I was just like, I was just like, wait. I was trying to work out like scenarios in my head, and I was just like, this doesn't. I was like, this just doesn't make sense to me. And I was like, I don't have an explanation for this. And I've never thought, and I thought about it for so long, but I've never had an explanation for it.
However, you're gonna think I'm the enemy. I'm just spitballing here.
No, devil's fucking. Yeah, I want to hear it. Yeah.
Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
During this time, you were or were not going through a period of stress.
Oh, of course.
You found it stressful driving there. You didn't.
Yeah, it was awful.
You were under stress.
Like I said,
that can affect the mind.
Like I said, nothing was ever stored under my Surface desk.
It was just on the desk.
I never reached in or out of the desk to get this pen. It was always on top.
Okay.
Which is visible to me every day. I clean my workspace every day to go home. Like, I should see a pen and reposition it to where I put my fucking pen every day.
I mean,
it's bizarre.
Going through anything that's likely. The only explanation is that someone
The two
took
people
your pen and then placed it on
the
the
two
desk
people
that
I
day.
boarded cubicles with was one was a kind of mentor-ish for me, but she was like ahead in the process, already like super serious. Nobody was known for jokes. Nobody played jokes. The guy that was to the right of me was on a different team, but some of the fire project that I talked about, he was like pseudo involved in. But I rarely had any interactions with him at all. And then the other people that were on my team were even less like, dude, it was when I say that
Corporate
like
shit.
yeah, when I say that like everyone was super serious, and I was like I was trying to make jokes and people were just like and I was like, no way you're not laughing at this, like, and it was so awkward. And it was 9 months of the most awkward shit I've ever fucking, it's so bad. But though, like I said, I mean, granted, I had googly eyes every morning driving in because it was an hour and a half drive into the sun, each way, and
Yeah, then it's in your...
I had to be there by 9 a.m. And I mean, so yeah, I was tired a lot. I actually fell asleep at my desk while working a lot of the time. Not a lot of the time, maybe an eighth of the time if I had to guess, but no, I mean, I like I said, I wouldn't be telling this story if I wasn't.
If it didn't affect you to this point.
Yeah,
or
if
you
I
think it's...
like, I went through so many scenarios in my head, and I cannot explain this pen just reappearing and me using it for a whole day and then realizing it and finding the pen I was using at the same time. Like, it was just like, I was like, where the fuck did this come from? You know what I mean? It's so bizarre. It's so high strangeness, dude.
I mean,
And like I said,
there's
there's so many accounts of shit just disappearing and reappearing that if I filter out 95% of them, there's still a couple of stories that cite something like this happening.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I agree.
so even if I 100% doubt myself and I discount myself, somebody else could also have that experience. I don't know.
I mean, the thing that intrigues me the most is the ink levels.
Yeah, they were accurate.
Because then if someone had stolen the first pen and used it just like haphazardly,
Which is crazy.
walking by the cubicle and be like, I need a pen right now.
Yeah.
Like taking the pen.
Which is what I thought, because I was almost
and
done.
using it for 2 months.
I was almost done with the first pen. So the first pen was lower than the pen I was using.
Yeah.
So I came to once I had the pen that I was using and I realized it was still the same amount of ink. It was like still low ink. Like if somebody had used it that whole time, it would have been dry, 100%. But it was the same amount as when I lost it.
What if it was a third pen?
I'm not ready for third pen theory, dude. That's too deep. That's so deep, dude.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, no. I mean, like I said, I don't believe that. Do I genuinely
Do you believe?
Do I genuinely believe that it went out of existence and came back into existence? I don't know. I really don't know.
I feel like that's a yes.
Yeah, it's kind of a yes. It's
In
kind
your
of a
heart,
yes.
it's a yes.
It is. In my heart, it's a yes.
It spooked you
Only,
that much.
like I said, only because. No, do I doubt it? Yes, of course. Do I doubt it? Yes, of course. But like I said, if any percentage, even if it's greater or even if it's less than 1% of people that claim things that are happening to them
What if you
are
just-
true, then my story at least has a less than 1% chance of being true as well, right? So
I mean, people win the lottery all the time.
yeah. So, and I mean, there's so many stories on these like Are the Truth Out There, Are Glitch in the Matrix. There's so many like stories, and a lot of them you can see in the comments, and you can logically deduce yourself. Be like, oh yeah, this is what happened. A lot of them you're like, oh, I don't know what happened, but you can still discount those and make them lies, and then those the other 1%. They're like, yeah, I don't know. Could have happened, maybe.
I mean,
I don't know, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm not against anything extraordinary happening. If it does, and if people's if I mean,
The Cardiff Giant, bringing it back.
yeah, bringing it back. If the Cardiff Giant, if so, I'm not going to be biased. If you said you saw the Cardiff Giant, I'd believe you as much as somebody that I don't know saying that they saw it, right?
Yeah.
But if I heard 9 people say they saw it, maybe I'll believe one of them statistically, just because I kind of have to, and obviously location matters and stuff. But I don't know. It's kind of yeah, dude. I've thought about that pen a lot.
It keeps
A
you
lot.
up at night.
No, it actually does. Like, I've actually thought about that pen
it's
a lot.
motivating factor. In
I've been like,
to this day.
because I've tried to like reason. So for years, I've tried to been like,
To
what if
explain
I've been like, what if
the
this scenario? No, that can't happen, and it just doesn't. It never works out, and I just every time there's a lack of perception, where I think the universe is able to choose which one they want to do. You know what I mean? The fact that there's no physical evidence of any recollect, because like it's the same thing with like if you observe like a photon or whatever, it's like it stops being a wave, all that bullshit, whatever. You know, the photon test between the 2 slits, whatever. It's the same kind of thing. If it's like if there's no like quantum records of the thing happening, both things could happen. You know, if no one's paying attention, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel about what happened with this pen scenario, where it's like there was an in between where I don't remember. I genuinely don't. And at some point, I picked up the pen, and I started writing with it, and then I realized, and that gap, that misinformation where I couldn't remember, nobody remembers because nobody was around me for it. There's no recollection of anything happening there. That's where the universe was like, yeah, I can be random here.
Yeah.
And that's my belief. That's my belief is that's where the universe is random in people's lives. It's like when there's
not paying attention.
when there's no ability to have a memory of it is when the things kind of can do multiple things. And maybe that's just an insane person, but I genuinely think that's
No, I mean,
that kind of makes somewhat sense, like in a more general scale based on quantum mechanics, I guess. I don't know. So keep an eye out for everything, because
keep an eye out for those pens, boys and girls.
watch your fucking back, dude. Otherwise your pen's gonna get stolen, because it's a good pen. You know, there's a lot of good pens out there that that bleed a lot, and the bleedy pens are the best. Everyone knows that.
They do write the best.
Imagine me. Oh, there we go. Yeah, bleedy pens are the best pens.
I'm sure you didn't work with Bigfoot, dude.
Dude, if I worked with
What
Bigfoot,
if you were part of a mind experiment and it wasn't what you were working on at all?
that would honestly be a dream. I would love to be a part of an experiment.
That's like, what did you do? And
Yeah.
you like look the company down.
Dude, that'd be so sick. That'd be what did we watch with Emma Stone and
Yeah.
Maniac? That's like, I would love to be Maniac.
You're like, he's a prime candidate. Look at his iPhone notes.
They're gonna see my horrible iPhone notes when I was
You're
22.
like, don't believe this.
I really hope
It's
not.
just some fucking-
It's so bad. Nobody.
Some fat middle manager took his pen and put it back 2 months later.
He's like, "Are you using this like a butt scratcher?" It's just like the worst story ever, and I thought it was like a miracle. He's so bad, or so good.